All right, a good Monday to you. Thanks for logging in and checking in with the Fox 26 weather update. I'm meteorologist John Dawson, and wow, when the weather is like it is today, it kind of helps me forget that it's Monday. It's just a fantastic day out there as far as those weather conditions across the Houston area. I hope you've had an opportunity to enjoy some of this. We're going to have a perfect day today. And then things will start changing tomorrow, but it won't be too bad. We'll kind of keep things on the pleasant side for sure. And mostly clear skies are what we're looking at outside right now. We still have a little bit of a breeze, east to southeast winds around 13 miles an hour. Those dew points are low in the 40s. That's that drier air that you're feeling. So we'll keep that low humidity around at least for a little bit longer. So as mentioned, just about as perfect as you can get for a Monday here in late April. We've got a little bit of clouds that'll kind of try to move in some later in the afternoon. I expect the winds to be fairly light overall. And again, just looking to be a beautiful day. We will get the winds kind of turning around to the south, to southeast first, and then maybe to the south, and that will slowly start modifying the environment around southeast Texas right now. But for now, again, we're keeping things drier, and towards the end of the week, though, we've got a lot of warmer air to look at, and also the possibility of some storms for the state of Texas, and that might include us here across the Houston area. So right now, temperatures in the 60s. We should make it into the 70s today, but still that's below our seasonal averages. And I talked about that cloud cover kind of slipping in a little bit from over to the west. We'll see that happening, throughout the day overall. A quick look at the nation. Things are relatively quiet right now. We've had some active weather patterns over the weekend. If you'll remember, perhaps your social media feeds, if they're like mine, saw quite a bit of snow from the Denver area over the weekends. And then over in the Carolinas, there was all kinds of hail happening and really creating quite a bit of damage and some, again, really impactful type video that was coming out of there. So if you haven't seen any of that kind of weather videos in your social media feeds, you need to start looking up more weather. Maybe that'll populate that in there for you a little bit. But again, right now, relatively quiet. We've got a couple little watches here, which are basically just some wind advisories, I believe, that they're dealing with. So otherwise, for the most part, we're at a fairly quiet pattern. I'm going to jump to our long-range computer modeling to kind of just set you up for some of these showers and isolated storms that we're looking at. We get into Saturday and we get into the weekend, and you can see this storm system beginning to get a little bit organized. And I think right now the timing is the Saturday impacts will be a little bit stronger, but you'll definitely notice with all the painting of green over here in southeast Texas that will mean the return of some rain to the forecast. And of course, remember, we're still a little ways out. We'll be fine-tuning all of our forecasts as we continue to get closer into the weekend. I haven't shown the temperature trend graphic in a while, so I just thought I would kind of pop it in here and kind of see what's been happening over the last 31 days. Just a reminder on what we're looking at here is if the temperature is right at those seasonal averages, then you would have no bar popping up at all. So here's an example of where we had the temperature exactly where we'd expect to find it. And then if it pops up just a little bit, that means, well, it's a little warmer than usual or a little cooler than usual. So we definitely have a little bit of that roller coaster effect here where we're having those temperatures kind of running a little bit warm. Look at this quick turnaround that we had with below average and some seasonal numbers. And then over the weekend, specifically on Sunday, we had those temperatures way down below normal, about 10 degrees cooler than normal. So kind of what we'd expect in the spring. We kind of run that roller coaster a little bit. Sometimes this is coordinated with some springtime storms, and sometimes it's just those passages of those short impacting fronts that kind of move on through the area. So at Hobby Airport, our winds are coming in out of the east right now at 16 miles an hour. And then again, let me correct, I believe this is Intercontinental Airport that we're looking at here because the dew points are even drier than what I was showing you at the beginning of our update. So this is Intercontinental Airport, 68 degrees. We're partly cloudy skies right now. So we're going to keep cool and dry in the forecast for today. We'll have some sunshine certainly in the afternoon, but it still feels dry. Temperatures top out in the 70s, in the mid 70s, and then another relatively cool night is expected across our area. And notice how we've got more cloud cover kind of moving in. That's bringing in more of that moisture, maybe even just a little bit of mist or drizzle kind of mixed in during the day at times. I don't think it's going to be something that's very measurable, and we'll keep those rain chances pretty low overall. But that's sort of slight instability is going to be something that we're keeping in the forecast as we're moving through the next several days. On Thursday, we increase those rain chances to 20, and then we'll increase the rain chances rolling into the weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at about 40% chance. And like I said, we're really monitoring that next storm system to see if it wants to make that dive a little bit further to the south and impact us more, or stay further to the north and be in north parts of Texas instead. But also note what these temperatures are doing, just slowly adding a couple degrees each day, and eventually we're close to 90 degrees on the weekend. Now, obviously, won't be quite that warm if we've got big storm systems on top of us at the moment, but still, that's the trend, where we're adding in that humidity and certainly adding in the temperatures where we're getting close to 90 degrees there as we're getting to the end of the week. All right, that's going to do it for our weather update. Got about 24 minutes until noon, and that's when I hope to see you back here, however you're watching right now, or you could turn on the TV as well